Hello, welcome back. Okay, recording's working. Timer's going. Casil made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Calzahal lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama, the name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let's see what this lead takes us. Yep, there's a lot. Ask for directions. Let's see, after leaving the main, we're to retrace our steps and head back towards the Aetheryte Plaza. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time here. Particularly in Daharama, this area. It's one of the places that I just sit and wait for my cues to pop. From here, we ascend the stairs. This must be Yuj, in which case we should take the path leading southeast. If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we can explore Ratatan at our leisure once this crisis is past. I don't remember if you could jump off the bridge here, though. I think you can, and it does quite a bit of damage. And this must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let us begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Calzahal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. So I'll say yes, I known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return. He spent his day procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easy as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really. What with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt wrecking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then at night I heard the door open. I looked to see Calzahal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see the situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did he notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of. Other than that, the troubles with his consortium, he was the same old Calzahal, cordial and honest like always. These questions you are asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in the terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughters told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I heard little about the bazaars going on. Rest assured the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. My knee is hurting. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thafnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kalalzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kalalzal? I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he managed to turn things around thanks to a generous offer from Ruvia da Fibers while he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Dijabaha might be able to tell you more, though as I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Jahabara at Ruvia Fibers. This sounds promising. Back across the city we go. I don't know why, but for a second there, when I was looking at the stairs, it made me think of chocolate. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the golden brown. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Jarama. It's quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magic ran amok, and was my assumption when I saw Emirat. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? Yeah. People are gathered in the square. They're farming silkworms. This might be Rivada's fibers, where we should find Janjaba. And hurry, I say, there's no time to waste. Pardon me, but you're in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we'd like to. I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment as the others what to put where. and you can carry our fabrics. I don't remember if this quest has my favorite animation or not. Go through the door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. I remember if this it has my favorite carry animation in the game or not. Try this quest or another quest. It's a very funny carry animation. But like I said, I don't remember if it's this one. This average running employees out. Is that you've come to help? Oh, praise be to Mindaruva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you pass 3 storage houses, yes? I'd like you to carry the small crate to Nahabiha by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for Mahuha, and the massive crate that goes to Zahamira by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. These are all the crates we have ready. Once they are have been delivered, consider your work here complete. Thread, is it? Then you've come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. If you have any crates or finished produce, such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here as a primary. Grateful of clothing, is it? Take around to delivery. Let's see, is this it? Yes, it is! Great smash! Running one, aren't you? A good thing that never know when you're going to find yourself in unpredictable fabrics. Receive, let me put that away for you. That is one of my favorite carry animations, or it is my favorite. Carried all the crates to the storehouses, you say, and so quickly too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. And my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Dinjabaha and assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late. But generous souls like yourself gives me hope that we may emerge from the trials even stronger, and pray we meet again in more peaceful times. Yeah, I like that one, especially if you're a smaller character, such as a Lalafell. Done as I asked, have you? If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. I do have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked at the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, hideous creatures burst through the door, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out a scream of such agony, such terror, and in the next instant, he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed. I'm sorry, there was something you wanted to ask. Indeed, you know the merchant Kazal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Kazal, I know him well. We arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end we received a better offer and had to return him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we've been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for drawing the offer, but you must understand we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he discussed it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. You remember what we saw in Venice Beach? Yes, soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink of turning into beasts once after the next. It would seem that the same phenomenon occurred here, the poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Kazal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be that such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? Much remain unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. Now, we're not going to talk about how he's right here and we're telling him that the monster was his friend. Can the despair in a man's heart consign him to such a terrible fate? We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduta, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, they will have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared for the tragedy, but remember your lives are far more precious than anywhere's. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern and pray you to take care as well.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
So the merchant Karzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen. But there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me. We have it on good authority that Karl Zahl's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast. Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Look! It's the Satrap! The Satrap!
Thank the heavens.
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You are?
I'm Matya of Akyali, a humble fisherman.
Ah, I remember you from our first visit.
Wait, you're... But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy! Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, sink their fangs into him? The fangs! The screams!
Get away from her, now!
We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
Run as fast as you can!
No! Vitra, our people, you must save them. My son.
Enough! You must run. For their sake and your own. Yes, you will survive. You must. Be strong, my friends! Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations! Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground. Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Alphino! Alizé! Leave the city to us, and make for Palaka's stand at once! Matsya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Right!
Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
Probably would have sounded better if it was a metal floor instead of a dirt road. We must save Palaka's stand, whatever it takes. Matsuya, it pains me to put you into harm's way, but I would ask you aid as well. Of course, Palaka's stand is not far, just down the hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Edgar, I guess, I ask that you take the lead and dispatch any beasts you encounter. Alizé and I will keep Matsuya hidden amidst the trees, and follow when the path is clear. There's no telling what danger awaits us. Keep your eyes peeled. I didn't know these guys did the boss's set. I usually killed them as soon as I saw them. So I guess this is gonna be a bit of a learning experience for me this time around. Because I was a much higher level. I think I was... I want to say 89 when I was here. I was rather I was 89 or 88, but I did have a lot better luck with loot than Edgar has been. It cannot be. We must heal those we can and quickly. I see no beast, but stay on your guard. Let's check the bodies. No pulse, nor do they appear to be breathing. The cooling body has begun to stiffen. The massive wound suggests the villagers were was gored by a terrible beast. Though the villager's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His breathing grows more ragged and shallow, and his vacant eyes are those of a man who has lost the will to live. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. No, leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. Just smack him in the back of the head with the scythe. Oh. Have you come to help us? Too late, too late. My family, my friends. Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others managed to flee, but if the rest have been turned to beasts by the 12, let us do what we can to see the damage spreads no further, and no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. Wait a minute, what? Oh, I guess since we were tuned to all the Aetheryte shards. I don't know why, but I keep checking to see if we have cards. I don't know why. I can tend to the rest. Pray look after Mitsuya. No doubt what we have seen here weighs even heavier on his heart than ours. How did you get injured? Oh, Edgar. This is Yarvet, the elder here. He is hurt, but praise be to the sisters he still lives. Yeah, Matsuya has been telling me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but did our best to carry on, as we always have done. Until today, when those unholy beasts came pouring into our village. A flood of midnight and death. There are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I knew since they were babes, struck down by the creatures, only to rise again to join the murderous horde in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of us villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope that they have found their way to safety. I said, do you perchance remember Quefsa and Maven, the young couple who always brought you bought your freshest catches? How could I forget, Elder, when I first came to peddle my wares, despite desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way, but Quefsa and Maven bought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Alas, I fear they are in terrible danger. I saw them running towards Agma Temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe. To elude those fiends while caring for so young is an impossible task. Surely I beg of you, go to their aid. I want to help them, yet I am but a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come with me? Oh, thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. Yeah, when I did this with my own, I was very lucky to get a weapon and a good amount of my accessories on the rolls from the that last dungeon. I didn't get any armor though from it. At least I don't think I got any armor. I might have gotten boost, but I think that would be about it. The temple is just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agma, but he has sadly fallen into disrepair in recent years. If my friends made it this far, no doubt they are hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. No, please stay back. That was Quisaf. Oh no, this is not good. Please do. The cry came for the ruins. We must hurry. Here's the thing. What is the voice getting from this? If they're not made out of ether, I wonder what it's getting out of these kills. The man lies motionless on the ground, bearing a grievous wound. I'm sorry, Edgar. I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. No, it cannot be. Is anyone? My arms so heavy and my legs, I cannot feel my legs. My wife fled with our daughter. I need to find them, need to be with them. I need... Korsef, no, Korsef, you must stay strong. More time I thought I had. I don't want to die. Thank you. Please find them. Levelin still lives, and she has their child. We must search the jungle between here and Palak's stand. There is nowhere else she could have gone, I think. Forgive me, Korsef. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return and lay you to rest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've never been part of any of the hunt trains. Oh. You see no tracks or other signs of recent travel, and then the child must be elsewhere. Time to poke it in the eye. Levelin and her daughter came through this area recently. You see no evidence of their passage. Did you see any sign of them? I found nothing. Perhaps the beasts have chased them further from the village. O gods above, I beseech you, pray deliver Havan and her little one to safety. Meanwhile, in the sky...
No more enemies to trouble us here.
It's me. How fare you below?
Understood. I will inform Vritra.
Chaos and panic sweep Ras at Han. and many more have succumbed to the transformations. Amidst the fray, Ahawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father. My friends fight alongside your Radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palace's Stand as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it,
Why are they going in circles?
So it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflicts this abhorrent punishment upon them. A nightmare from which my children will never awake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion? Razat Khan is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man. These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust. Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
Perhaps so. Only in death were Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result. It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. And yet, were the chasm between us too vast and too deep, Hraesvelgr would not have borne Isael to battle and our rescue. He would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes. And the Dragonstone War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned. I cannot speak for Ahawan's greater goals. Yet I know that he served you, served your people, long and true. In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him. It will not be easy, but the future of Razat Khan hangs in the balance. We have company. The hour has come, Vritra! It's all or nothing!
If Maviv fled deeper into the jungle, she and her child are in grave danger. Whatever are we to do? Gods have mercy. But how can I at a time like this? They could be dead. So if I allow myself to become overcome by this fear, I too might become a beast. I am not sure I understand, but I will do my best. I've seen to the wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find your friends? I see. In that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Alice and I will patrol the area, search for more beasts. Would you and Mr. speak to the elder Yervat? Pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you are able. It will save Evan and our child. We can do that much for Koresif. But cabbage. I'm heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Koresif, but he... Say no more, understand, we have lost another of our dear friends. Koresif may be gone, but there is still hope for Mahavan and their child. Please find them, I beg of you. If in your search you come across anyone else who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what has happened. I will do my best to keep the villagers safe and their spirits high. Come, let us rejoin your friends at once. I'm pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free, no doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let us resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Matsuya? If we follow Kisidera south, we will arrive at Perusa. A temple, it is a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible that Mahavan sought shelter there, and perhaps other villagers as well. Then it's settled. Matsuya, stay close to me, alright. You two take the lead, keep an eye out for the beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well, we make for Perusa as quickly as we are able, with me. Yeah, I've just been... The reason why I've been quiet for this episode, and I think for a good part of last episodes, because I don't want to spoil anything by accident. Thank you, I thought I was done for. Evan, she is a friend of mine too, but I have not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere trying to avoid the beast, and with her child, gods worry not for me. I can make my way back to the village on my own. Edgar waits. Perusa lies just up ahead, but something terrible has happened. The beasts have come, and many have already been killed. Alphino and Alize have gone to do what they can, but there are so many. More than I could count. You must be ready. Yet the monkeys are, well, the lemurs aren't really caring that much. Oh, we're not going to talk to him? Okay. I wonder how much changes depending on your race when you go into this mode. Based on how you look. Because you think at least the horns would still be there. There you are, how fare the others? I see you've seen to all the beasts in sight. In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Has anyone seen Levelin? Where could she be?
We've dealt with all the blasphemies and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return someday.
But where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
That I cannot say.
Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things. And even if I could, it's too late for my family.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
My friends, this is a place of worship. Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested, always and ever.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end. You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. Then will you see how the hardships make you strong.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. every agony to temper your blade.
Thank you, lad. We'd almost forgotten who we are. My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends. You were searching for Mevin, no? We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
That was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
They should. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand. So I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
Here's the thing. They describe the creatures that have been spawning as blasphemies because they resemble their gods, the old gods. And their teachings talk about waves of sorrow crashing and a lot of despair and stuff. Which is aptly describing the situation that's currently happening. It's like their teaching, like their whole religion might be based off of the final days from the original Final Days. That is just the feeling I get from their teachings and stuff.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
I won't argue with that.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
Why are you so much louder than everybody else?
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mervyn.
If I didn't already have tinnitus, that might have given it to me.
Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
Yeah, we'll do one last quest, and then we'll call it an episode. Over there, my view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Edgar, go with Matsuya. They search along the river, Alphano, and I will circle around for the south, from the south. I wonder if we'll get a quest line in the future that delves more into the their religion.
Levelin! Don't, please!
Oh, there's a mouth on his arm.
No! God have mercy!
As I spy close before you, battered and broken, her death no doubt came swiftly. Her infant daughter, however, is nowhere to be seen. Take the babe into your arms. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive unless you carry her to the surface once more. Once more. You find Maven and the child. Damn it all. You have the child, let me see her.
She's so cold, Alphino.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet... she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back. Not now!
Matsia, take the child.
It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Mattia, can you take her back to the village?
But the child, all by myself. You can't be serious.
The beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matsia. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matsia. Go! Quickly!
steady. You know the way. No! No! Not you too! Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid! To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark. No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged. Every agony. The divinity?
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mevan and Grasef. Please.
Well, well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
Right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matsia. What, like divine aid?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
Estinian, it was you who came to Matia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do first. Mervyn gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone. She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband, at least. Will you help me?
We have done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palakistan to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Mevin and Quissa died as they lived as themselves and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think the day would come when even the smallest of solaces would be this comforting. And that will be it for this episode, and I'll see you all in the next.